All right, welcome back to Sunrise. Let's get across to taking a look at developments in Bauchi State. We've got the Public Relations Officer in Bauchi State. He joins us virtually as well. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on the program today. We know that the candidates did sign a peace accord, but during the campaigns, there are reports that it's been somewhat, turbulent. There's clashes here and there. Many just wondering, why is it that what is the police doing about what we hear going on in Bauchi about parties attacking themselves during campaigns? All right, Mr. Wakil, we can't seem to hear you. You need to just adjust your audio so that we'll sort that out. But we'd just like you to do this as soon as you can, such that we can go ahead and do that. So let's just double check again if that's been done. Can you hear us now? All right, we'll get back to that report so that we'll just signpost it for him to understand, where we're headed with all of these things. So, but while we try to sort out his communication device, which appears to be a challenge, but clearly, yes, a piece of code was signed. But let's let you listen to this, and we'll take it from there.
If it is to sign the peace accord, I don't want.
Governorship candidates in Bauchi State are pending their signatures to a written commitment for a peaceful electioneering process.
To the agenda of the program, that is.
On the same day the peace accord was signed, violence broke out during the governorship campaign of the All Progressives Congress in Duguri, Al-Kalewi local government area, leaving one person dead.
National anthem.
Part of the peace accord reads that they are desirous of taking proactive measures to prevent any form of violence before, during, and after the election.
I'm delighted to be part of this.
The violent incident in Duguri leaves much to be desired about their commitments. The candidates share concerns on what ingredients is required for peace to reign beyond just signing a written document.
We believe that this election should be free of logistic problems. We hope the equipment will work, and then of course materials will reach their destinations on time. We hope our citizens will not be disenfranchised.
Once there is an iota of unfairness in the process, this may disrupt what we have just signed.
That peace is not the absence of violence, but the absence of justice. So we expect justice from all of you.
The police and the INEC give their words.
On the side of the security, we have promised to be very, very fair and humble. The politicians, I will wish that you will be fully guided by the provision of Electoral Act 2022.
We do assure you all the polling unit will work with the beavers and then the beavers will work. We assure you that, and then the poll will be in good time.
The police in the state is vowing to sanction anyone who incites others to act in a disorderly manner. The penalty is pegged at a maximum fine of 500,000 naira or imprisonment for a term of 12 months or both. Hajara Aliyu, Channels Television News.
All right, let's get back to the police spokesperson. Several reports concerning what's going on with campaigns, and it raises a lot of concerns. So tell us, what is the police doing about all of this?
The command is fully prepared for the gubernatorial election. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, PSC Daga, MPM, NIBS, FDC, CFR, has given the command additional reinforcements of equipment and technological gadgets such as water cannon, vehicles, arms, anti-riots, gadgets for the preparation of the election. Actually, the Bauchi State Command, our preparedness started at the earnest. We started our preparation, pre-election press, election press, and the post-election press. During the pre-election press, we strike out our strategics. The Commissioner of Police, CP Amina Alasan PSC Daga, read the riot acts to the politicians, the political actors, that they should play along, they should go about their political campaign within the ambit of the law, which the Electoral Acts 2022 has been stipulated. Each and every of the candidates, in as far as he's going for a campaign, will write to the command, and the command will give him a green light to move on, so that there won't be any clash or any form of option. Secondly, during the election, the command has deployed personnel.
Mr. Wakili, before you talk about what's been deployed, I mean, yeah, we hear you in the first instance. So tell us, has there been any arrest made about the reports of attacks and killings that took place during the campaigns?
So many, when the incident happened, the Commissioner of Police went to Duguri personally himself for on-the-spot assessment. On the spot assessment, he went on with a team of police investigators led by the Commissioner of Police and the Deputy Commissioner of Police Criminal Investigation. As I'm speaking to you presently, our detectives were there in Duguri, recorded the statement of the victims, conducting an intelligence-led gathering. Hello, can you hear me again?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Yeah, so an invitation was sent to most of the people that were, their names were being mentioned, and the command is doing everything possible to expand the investigation to arrest the perpetrators of those dastardly acts.
Are you saying right now no arrest has been made whatsoever?
Actually, I'm not privy to such information, but I know that our detectives presently were in Duguri, and the investigation is still ongoing.
So on the one hand, Mr. Wakili, you say that you've read the riot acts to the political actors, but in the meantime, people have lost their lives in some of the political rallies that have already been held in some parts of the states. So I am just wondering, isn't this riot act that you're reading to the political actors coming a little too late?
Actually, crime and criminality is a galloping phenomenon. Sometimes you may not determine where it must happen, but such that happen, the command has done everything possible to see that nobody is above the law, and anybody that is found wanting will be arrested and will be prosecuted according to the law.
Are you saying that the political actors went on their campaigns without the presence of security operatives present at the venue of their rallies?
Actually, most of the political actors, whenever they are going for the campaign, they rise to the command, and the command gives them the green light. Actually, that day, what happened is that all the political actors were presently on ground here in the command to sign the peace accords. The APC gubernatorial aspirant was, his deputy represented him, and that is when he went for the campaign in Duguri, and such happens.
I am unable to understand what it is that you're saying. So he went without the green light. Does the APC candidate went without the green light of the police command? Is that what you're saying?
Hello, sir.
Mr. Wakili, can you hear me? I'm asking, did the APC candidate then go to the area to campaign without the green light of the police? Is that what you're saying?
They were all here in the command for the peace accord. They are all there here in the command for the peace accord.
What happened?
APC can actually what happened at that day, he visited Duguri village where he went for the campaign on the 8th of March, where a rally is ongoing at Riots in Alkaleri local government of Bauchi state. Violence broke out during the rally, which resulted into having 15 people were injured, out of which six were taken to primary healthcare center in that same Duguri, and they were treated. Then the rest were taken to Alkaleri General Hospital, where the severity of the injury could not make the doctor to attend to them, and they were transferred to Abuja Teaching Hospital here in Bauchi, while one of them paid the supreme price. Among those that were there, personnel of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, 2 of them were injured. So that means there is security agents there with the APC gubernatorial aspirant. If 2 of the personnel of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense will be injured, that means there are security personnel there.
Okay. So what exactly are you still trying to find out for you to be able to know who did it, if there were security people on the ground?
That is why I said the discrete investigation has commenced on earnest, and as far as the outcome of the investigation is out, we'll make it public to the members of the public.
Are you holding political candidates liable for whatever violence happens during their campaign or rallies?
In the actual sense, we cannot preempt investigation unless when the investigation is pointing at a specific candidate, we hold him liable.
Now, I'm not talking about this particular incident now. I'm talking about in general, because you say that you've read the Riot Act to the candidates and, you know, you've also had them sign an accord. What I'm asking is, should this accord be breached? Are you holding the candidates liable for the breach of the accord and the breach of the peace?
Actually, the accord is nothing than the candidates affirm that they voluntarily elected to committed to the maintenance of peace in the environment in the 2023 election, that they are affirming their commitment to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Electoral Act 2022, that they are desirous of promoting unity and corporate existence of the Nigerians and individual entity, that they are determined to avoid any conduct that will endanger the political stability of the state and the national security of Nigeria in general, that they are determined to place the interests of the state above their personal interests and their partisan concern. This is the part of the Riot Act that been stipulated, read to them, and is part of the Electoral Act. So if there is any punishment, the Electoral Act that is being stipulated, the punishment is there, and we are going to enforce it to any one of them that violated it.
All right, Mr. Wakili, my colleagues in Lagos have questions for you.
Thanks, Mark. But I'm just curious, really, regarding the investigation. How long, on an average, does it take to investigate and come up with something substantive? I mean, this happened, was it Wednesday? This is Monday now. How long will it take to maybe even make an arrest? For some people, they'll say, what, 4 days is a bit too long.
It's not that too long, but we said a discrete investigation is ongoing. And if the discrete investigation is ongoing, we don't publicize it in the public. We allow the investigation to carry on, then the outcome of the investigation will be made public. And I assure you that the outcome of the investigation will be made public, and it will be given to you for the copy.
Maybe just to also give the people some glimmer of hope. on previous occasions, how has the investigation gone? Have you come up with anything substantive? Have you unraveled any case recently that people can say, okay, well, the police in Bauchi State, they handled that well, so we expect that this will be handled well?
Thank you very much. Like I said earlier, crime and criminality is a galloping phenomenon. We here in Bauchi
I'm sorry,
State Command,
it's a galloping phenomenon, you said?
Phenomenon, yeah. It can sometimes it's upsurge and sometimes come down.
Oh, galloping,
so
all right.
Yeah. We here in Bauchi State Command, we've been doing it. We've been confronted with some numerous challenges before the election. And actually, we have done marvelously very well under the leadership and the command of the Inspector General of Police, who has helped us a lot to achieve this feat. Then the Commissioner of Police, whom has given us a sense of direction. Before this election, the Bauchi State Command is confronted with some crime and criminality, pockets of crime and criminality, where the command keep the ball rolling. If you may remember that sometime we had issue of banditry in Al-Kaleri area. We have in the Toro area. We have in Lingi area. Bauchi is a state where it's bounded with 7 different states.
Right.
So there are influx of people that for us to profile them, it's a little bit, it's not easy for us. So people came into Bauchi, and the rate of crime just increased for some time, but we made it possible to dislodge all those crimes. We neutralized about 12 to 13 of the bandits. We rescued 54 victims of kidnapping, and so on.
Well,
the achievement of the command is... Yeah.
SP Wakili, without taking away from all of those achievements you talk about, I'm speaking specifically about campaign violence, especially when the political actors are being fingered on this one. But also a question was raised earlier, which I'd like you to respond pointedly to, and it was about whether or not the APC's candidate got clearance to go for that campaign in the area. Did he get police clearance? Because you said another campaign was actually holding there. And I know usually operationally, you always advise that, 2 major campaigns should not happen at the same place at the same time. So was there clearance given from the police for that campaign to happen?
Thank you very much. Actually, there is no any campaign happening there in Degree. So all the political candidates were already here in the headquarters together with the Commissioner of Police. So that's when the incident happened. So this is something that you cannot prevent. This is something that you may not know when it happens. But we will not preempt investigation. If he is found wanting, he will be arrested and he will be prosecuted according to the law of the section of the law of the Electoral Act 2022. If you violated it, you will be prosecuted.
Well, just to be clear, SP Wakil, I just want to understand and confirm if, because it's akin to the question that my colleague Mark asked you earlier, when you said that the APC gubernatorial candidate went out on a rally and violence ensued during the rally in which 14 people were injured. What is the normal process before a gubernatorial candidate will go on a campaign? Should he be accompanied by police? And if so, how does that work? How many policemen should go with them? Because we understand that police is supposed to provide some sort of security. So exactly what was supposed to be the process? What happened in this case, and how come this happened?
Thank you very much. In the actual sense, like I said, that 2 civil defense corps were injured in the clash. So this is something that is a little bit dicey for us to come out with the outcome of the investigation. That is why the investigators were still presently there. Continue the investigation to unravel the circumstances and who are the actors and who are the perpetrators.
The question I'm asking, SP Wakil, is what is the normal process? Should the police go with them when they're going on the rally? Should they not?
If 2 civil defense there were injured, the personnel were there.
Okay.
Thank you.
So under normal circumstances, security personnel were supposed to go with the gubernatorial candidate when they're going on a rally.
Pardon? I can hear you.
I said under normal circumstances, your men were supposed to go with the gubernatorial candidate or the political party when they're going on a rally. That's what you're saying.
I can't hear you. I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Can you hear me now, SP Wakil? Oh dear. Okay, well, I don't know, maybe we'll be able to hear you, Coyote, because he heard you earlier.
Well, it's just, let's toss this to Abuja. I saw a smile on his face as well. I hope it's the connection playing a fast one in us. It's back to you guys in Abuja.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Coyote. So let's see if we could try, even though we're out of time. But SP Wakil, he was asking, normally, and security agencies, the police specifically, is supposed to be on the campaign trail with them during the campaigns.
Thank you very much. I can hear you now. You said?
Weren't police officers supposed to be alongside the candidates during the campaign?
But you know that the gubernatorial aspirant of APC is a retired marshal. A retired air marshal is supposed to have his own security details.
Is it beyond protection from the police?
Protection is everywhere. Police can protect even you that you are sitting there. Without protection, you cannot see where you are today.
All right, SPO Wakil, Public Relations Officer for Bauchi State Police Command. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much, sir.